Hey, what's up, Raiders? It's your boy Etro. Now we're doing a chase PvP video. Now in this video, I'm gonna show you how I effectively use chase in the arenas, and we're gonna look at his equipment, his Transcendence perks, and what kind of composition that you could use to effectively use him. Now, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. You're gonna need a lot of resources to make this work adequately, and a 5-star unique weapon is recommended. As far as the unique treasure, like, you could get away with a 0-star, honestly, as long as you're building the right stat lines. Now, I got lucky with this unique treasure because on the proc going to the 5th star, it only took me 10% chance, so I could even show you the video for that. But let's not get carried away. Let's look at the stats. So this is his stat sheet. General build, crit damage, attack. I don't really need attack speed because he generates a lot of attack speed when he pops his skill 2, 35%, I believe. Now that further increases because I use Gao as my off tank sub tank, and his skill 2 is able to give me 20%. So I'm pretty much on the soft cap on attack speed. So looking at his equipment, you can see crit damage, crit. So a lot of these stat lines, I have one line of HP and penetration there, right? So it's a big bonus when you can, if you can, get over 6 million HP, because a lot of these burst decks are able to 1 or 2 shot chase if he doesn't have enough HP. So in terms of artifact, you could use a Judgment of Light bracelet, because these wall decks, they thrive on a lot of HP, a lot of block, a lot of dodge. So if you're able to penetrate through their block with accuracy, if you have the Judgment of Light bracelet, it's also a bonus, because if you look at his skill 4, he has a built-in 100 accuracy and CC accuracy, so this further increases if you have this artifact. Now another artifact that you could use is also the Tarot Card of Loss. It reduces your crit chance by a significant amount, but that is also counterbalanced, because if you look at his passive, he has a built-in 250 crit. So that's another good artifact to use. Also, if you have an Angry Pumpkin Head, you can use that to mitigate damage. If you look at the Transcendence perks that we're doing here, 10% reduced damage here, 15% reduced damage physical here. So it stacks, right? 15% plus 10% plus 12% from the pumpkin artifact that we were using. I chose to go with Warlike. I know he already has CC resistance when he pops off his skill 2, but if you add all the 7% times the 4 units that you're facing, that's 28% attack, and that all kind of compounds. If you look at his unique treasure, like, the more attack you have, the more damage that you'll do within the area of effect around him. So more attack, more damage on his skill 2. So what makes Chase a wall killer is his skill 2, pretty much. Like, a lot of wall decks are clamped up in a circle, so when Chase is within the vicinity, like, those wall decks are melting pretty fast because of his skill 2, and the more damage he's dealing, the more health he's recovering. So that's what makes him a great wall killer. As far as a composition team goes, I would recommend either Refi or Juno as the healer, mainly because of their hot healing over time. Like, I wouldn't recommend a healer that has a burst heal, because Chase's skill 2, right, he loses a lot of health rapidly and gradually, in a gradual time. Like, if you're not having a healing over time that can sustain his health, then once he goes below the 25% health threshold, then his skill 2 is no longer effective. So he becomes inadequate, and he could just, die instantly. So to be able to sustain his health over 25%, I recommend Juno or Refi, because their healing over time is undispellable, right? And then as far as the tank goes, you could use Ricardo, you could use whoever, but I like to use Lowman because his skill 2 has a cleanse, right? And Juno's skill 1 has a cleanse. So the more cleanse you have, it'll really help chase. And I use Gao as my off tank, like I mentioned previously, because his skill 2 is able to cleanse. At the same time, it can give more attack to chase. So that's my composition. As you can see in the videos that I'll be showing you shortly, you're gonna notice I kind of like to bait the wall decks in using Scarlet's Scarlet's skill 2, because the moment they see Lowman shield, they like to strip it with Scarlet. Now sometimes I hold off on Lowman shield, and I like to pop off Battle Roar first. That way I get that extra 200%, sorry, that 20% attack speed for my entire team. And then I kind of rotate it with a Lowman shield. And once Lowman shield is down, you could see that I'll pop off Gao's Battle Roar too. So that's just kind of like one composition that you could play around with. There's many other compositions that can complement chase, but as long as you have Juno or Refi as your healer, a good solid tank, then you could choose like any other units that can help chase kind of like with his survivability. So enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
これがお前 の最後。こちらでいいか。これ私が誰にも止められないよ。逃がさない。これがお前の最後。
今度のやるよ。
ここで倒れるわけに。私が守る。魂たちの救済を。これ助けるわ。全力でかかってきなさい。逃がさない。私が守る。これあげるわ。俺の出番だ。じゃあこちらにかかってきなさい。
誇りが
何度でも私は